Today on American Game Day, big jumps in the rankings once again. Number 13 Miami versus number 24 Texas A&M, and Scott Frost gets fired. American Game Day starts right now. Welcome on a beautiful Saturday. We got a great lineup of college football today and some big NFL games that could shake up the playoffs early tomorrow. I am Brain Slater, and I'm here to talk about today's big games here on American Game Day. And first up, we have our game of the week, Miami, Texas A&M. What a big game, and apparently the media doesn't think so because hardly anyone's talking about it. But to me, it's ranked versus ranked. Why wouldn't you talk about that? Anyway, I'll jump more into that later. Let's jump to my rankings, my top 6. This may surprise you, but I still got Ohio State at number 1. I like what they do. Yeah, I got to see some more offense and aggression from them, but they got a solid defense. Alabama, number 2. I still got them at 2. Yeah, I mean, some people thought, hey, how come you have them at 2? They almost lost to Texas. AP poll had them at 2. I got Georgia at 3. I know they played Oregon, but I'm still waiting to see how Oregon does. Is Oregon a good, decent team? Are they going to be ranked at the end of the season? So far, Georgia really hasn't played a good team yet, in my perspective. Kentucky, moved them up in my top 6 now. I'm really liking what Kentucky's doing right now. Number 4, I got Michigan, and 5, I got Tennessee. I really like what Tennessee's doing down there, too. And it's going to be a big week for Tennessee, too. Alright? Number 1 in an AP poll, they got Georgia. Number 2, they got Alabama. And number 3, they got Ohio State. Obviously, we know who the top 3 are going to be. There's no doubt about that. Maybe the top 4, Michigan. Because they also have Michigan at number 4. The question is, what order are they going to be? And if Michigan not that 4th team, who's it going to be? Well, they got Oklahoma at number 6. I actually, in case you're wondering, I got Oklahoma at 7. Number 5, well, of course, number 4, they got Michigan. Number 5, they have Clemson. So again, the AP poll is catching up to me. I made very little changes in my rankings. Obviously, AP poll made very little, less changes in their top 6 than I did, but yet they're kind of matching up what I did with Alabama. Alright, some headlines. Double Sweeto accepted a $150 million contract through 2031. So he is now going to be the highest paying coach through multiple years. Wow! And other big headline news, or kind of headlines, overtime. We have had so many overtime games this year. Week 1 had 5. Week 2 had 6. Week 3, could they have 7? I mean, it's kind of counting up. Week 3, are we going to have a pattern? If it goes to 7, I'm going to say we're going to have a pattern. Or maybe it'll jump back down to 5. I don't know. We'll go 5, 6, 5 or 5, 6, 7. I don't know. But, I mean, it's crazy how many overtimes we've had this year. And this is just the FBS. I don't know how many we've had in the FCS. I keep saying that all week long. I really need to look that up. But, wow. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm predicting 7 overtimes in week 3. Alright, Scott Frost gets fired on Sunday. Yeah, the day after they lost to Georgia Southern, they fired him. Is it a smart move? Yeah. Good timing? No. I don't like that firing at all. Plus, okay, so he gets $15 million buyout because they fired him before August 1st. I would think that, okay, let's just wait and see what he does all the way until mid-season, maybe October 2nd is when his buyout ends. So I'd go ahead and review that on October 2nd review to see how he does, if he makes our standards. If not, go ahead and fire him October 2nd. Still, even if you're going to fire him during his buyout, wait to see what he does in Oklahoma and Nebraska. Maybe he spends all offseason preparing for the Big Red game. Alright? I mean, maybe they would have won that game. I mean, he probably been playing. I mean, he probably would have cut down to one possession once again by 1 point. But still, I mean, let's just wait and see. Then you can fire him after the Big Red game if he loses that game. I would tell him, make it come down to Oklahoma and Nebraska. Do you win that game? You keep your job. You lose it, you're out. Alright? Now it's going to be interesting to see, will these players play as expected in this game and knock off number 6 Oklahoma? We'll just have to see. Alright, time to talk about the game of the week! Number 13 Miami, number 24 A&M! The biggest game of the week, 8 o'clock, ESPN. It's a late game, and I can't wait to see it. I'm going to watch every minute of it. This game might surprise you. Now, we do know A&M lost to App State last week, and ESPN College Gameday is now going to App State and Troy. Now, I think they originally were going to go to this game, but they're like, A&M lost. I think it makes this game even better because coming into this game last week, A&M was going to be the higher seed, and Miami was going to have a chance to take down a high-ranked A&M playoff team, maybe. Now, Miami is a higher seed, and looking like they're going to have a chance to win this game, and I think they will. Even before this game started, I think Miami's going to win this game. Really, to me, I think that knowing that A&M lost to App State, they're going to be really trying not to lose this game. So Jimbo Fisher is on the hot seat now. Not really on his coaching job. He's doing a great job down there. But really, it's going to come down to, if they lose this game, he's going to be questioned of, is he really the man for A&M? But I think he is. He's doing a great job down there. But this is going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to whoever has the ball last. Great game. Can't wait to see it. I'll have my prediction at the end of the show, just in suspense. But it's going to come down to whoever has the last play, and I'll tell you that coming up. But anyway, let's jump into some game highlights from week 2. And we're going to start things off with Alabama and Texas. Here we go. Fourth quarter. 4 minutes left. 4th and 1. Going for it. And Texas thinks they got the stop. Texas thinks they hold him. Alabama was going for it. I think they should have punted it, knowing how great their defense was today. But, I mean, Alabama went for it, trying to keep momentum and getting something going. And he stopped! Texas ball! Crowd is going wild! Nick Saban can't believe it. He's got to get his defense ready. All right, here we go. Texas ball. What are they going to do with it? They got a 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. He finds one in the middle. It's caught in Alabama territory. Field goal range. Now all I do is run out the clock, and what you don't want is a sack. 3rd and 3. Alabama defense holds up and he's sacked. That's exactly not what you want to do. Man. All right. Field goal, 49 field goal. Here we go. Is he going to make it to go up by 2? And it is good. The crowd goes wild. They're happy. They got a lead in Alabama. Well, what they don't know, Bryce Young, Heisman Trophy winner from last year, sophomore. You're giving him a minute and 25 seconds to do something. And he does exactly that. One play. He's in Texas territory. 35 seconds left. He's under pressure. He's going to take off and run. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. Out of bounds. In field goal range. 15 seconds to win the game. They got a 4th and 8. They're setting up for a 33-yard field goal. Snap is good. The hold is good. It's up and it is good. Alabama wins 20-19. All right, the game you've all been waiting for. App State 6. A&M late in the first quarter, and he just coughs up the ball. What is going on? What was going on there? That was a horrible play design, too. Anyway, they both score, and later on in the third quarter, A&M's trying to get something going, and he coughs up the ball again. Hold the football, A&M. That's why you lost this game. You got to hold the football. He's trying to do too much. He should have just went down. He's trying to juke. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Anyway, App State scored a touchdown off that drive. A&M trying to get some momentum going by returning it. Oh, and he does exactly that. To the house he goes. 20-10. Touchdown A&M. Tie ball game. Finally, the momentum they were looking for all season long. But wait, App State's not done yet. Except for, A&M missed a 47-yard field goal. You gotta be more aggressive than that. Really? A field goal? 47-yard field goal? That's all you could do? Come on, A&M. You're better than that. Anyway, App State got the ball. Less than 2 minutes left. All you do is run at the clock. And they do exactly that. And he's got more. He's down the sideline. He stepped out of bounds around the 20, but App State ended up winning 17-14. All right, the overtime game you've been waiting for. Baylor, BYU, to the house right before halftime to finally get something going. It was just all field goals the first half up until the last 5 seconds. BYU gets it started. And late in the fourth quarter we go. BYU, a big pass in Baylor territory. Field goal range. Looking to set up the game-winning field goal. And he misses! Wide left! No good! We're going to overtime. Alright. Baylor stopped up in overtime. Their first drive. The kick is up. And he misses wide right. Oh no! BYU can win the game with any points. Just up down the middle. Easy. And he misses. Second missed field goal by BYU. Third straight field goal missed in this game. BYU gets ball first to start the second overtime. And they get a nice play up there. Nice play design inside the 5. But still, Baylor's got good red zone defense. How are they going to stop BYU? Well, they don't. Aim for the end zone and touchdown. They didn't get to 2-point conversion as you have to go for 2 in the start of second overtime. And here we go. BYU has to get a touchdown to stay in this game. 4th and goal in the back of the end zone. No good. BYU wins the ball game. They upset number 9 Baylor, rush the field 26-20. Number 20 Kentucky versus Florida, our game of the week. Kentucky get things going in the second quarter with a deep pass to the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown. Wow, what a catch. All right. Florida splitting the defensive line, and he is gone, picking up big yardage, trying to get their offense going. After picking up that big yardage, they go 3 and out and has to kick a 50-yard field goal. And it's good. It's 7-3. Florida stays in this game, trying to prevent being upset by a good upcoming Kentucky. Now, late in the second quarter, Florida in Kentucky's territory. Nice juke move in for the touchdown for their second lead of the game. You gotta see this. Watch this move. Watch number 7. He crossed up his ankles, number 1. Ooh, nice. That's gotta be my play of the week. Florida, late in the third quarter, throwing an interception. That's something that you don't want to do. Wow, and Kentucky takes over the game right there. That pick 6 pretty much ends the game for Florida. But wait, Florida's not done yet. 4th and 3, and he throws the incomplete pass. What are you doing there? There's still 8 minutes left. You've been playing a good, solid defense. You gotta punt the football. Anyway, there they go. Once again, they play good defense. They force Kentucky a field goal, and he misses. That's why you don't go for it on 4th and 3. Anyway, Florida's ball now. They go for it on 4th and 6. Now this time, I agree with going for it. But you gotta have a better play design. What is this? Who is that to? There were 3 defenders right there. Kentucky ends up winning 26-16. Alright, let's jump into some games today. We'll start with the ACC now. Texas Tech, NC State. NC State slowly climbing in the rankings and the ACC rankings. This is going to be a big game for NC State. Texas Tech upset, or really, could you say upset Houston last week? So, can Texas Tech do it again? Probably not. I mean, we'll find out. We're going to learn a lot about NC State in this game, is if they can compete at a high level and make some noise in the ACC. And here are some other notable games in the ACC. We got Purdue and Syracuse, 11 o'clock ESPN2. We got Old Dominion in Virginia. I'm freaking that because Old Dominion is known for pulling off upsets against Power 5 teams. And then we got Ole Miss and Georgia Tech. A big game. Do not sleep on Georgia Tech. They might not be that great this year. They might not be great every year. But again, just like Old Dominion, they are known for pulling up upsets or hanging in. They're kind of like Nebraska. They hang in up until late in the fourth quarter anyway. Alright, next conference, the American Conference. Kansas, Houston. I already talked about Houston. Another big game later this afternoon. Kansas, 2-0. They're number 1 in the Big 12 right now. Can they hold it? We're going to find out. Houston's been struggling. They're not as great as we expected. So, this is Houston's time to shine. Can they beat a conference or a future conference team? They lost to Texas Tech in Houston. They lost to Texas Tech in overtime last week. A close game. Now, can Houston go back up there and compete and prove that they belong in the Big 12? We're going to find out because Kansas is really not that strong. Alright, some Big 12 notable games. We got Tulane, Kansas State, UTEP, Texas. Another big game. We're going to see if Kansas State. I'm expecting Kansas State to blow out Tulane. Kansas State's building and getting stronger and stronger in the Big 12, so we expect a blowout for Kansas State. UTEP is expected to win their conference or be competitive in their conference. And the question for Texas is, after having an amazing, successful game, or kind of successful, almost successful against Alabama, just got to fix on some special teams, but just almost beating Alabama, it's their chance to see can Texas stay focused and beat UTSA. All right, it'll be interesting to see if Texas can continue the momentum they have and still say that they're back. I don't know, but the Big Ten now. All right, we got Oklahoma, Nebraska. I'm expecting Oklahoma to blow out Nebraska, but it's hard to tell after they fired their head coach just to see adjustments they make with their new interim head coach. And we got Western Kentucky, Indiana. Kind of a big game. I'm just featuring this just because Western Kentucky is known for having a back and forth. Western Kentucky is like a roller coaster of a team. 1 year they'll be great, next year they won't. It's hard to tell this early in the season where teams are, especially these group of 5 teams. So I gotta keep an eye on Western Kentucky, see how they do, and a good idea to see where Indiana is this year. And then SMU, Maryland tonight on FS1. Be a great game to see. Once again, SMU is a great school. They're a great football school, and also their chance to see where Maryland stands in the Big Ten. Alright, the Pac-12. Wasn't going to feature this game, but I am now because Notre Dame lost. California, Notre Dame. I'm expecting Notre Dame to blow out California. Marcus Freeman doesn't want any more close games now. He wants to win, and he wants to win big. He's got to get his offense going. He's got to get some defense. His defense is getting stops. I got to see more offense from them, and I think they will because California's not that strength of a defensive school right now. So it'll be interesting to see how this game goes, and I really think that this game will prove, is Marcus Freeman doing a great job right there? Is he the right man for Notre Dame? If he blows out California, he is. If he doesn't, it's a head scratcher. And then another big game this week, number 12 BYU, 25 Oregon. Before the season started, we expected Oregon to be the higher seed. Yeah, I expect the records to be flipped, but it's the other way around this time. So this game is a bit, after BYU coming off Baylor, it'd be interesting to see, can BYU, after preparing for Baylor all season long, now they have to come back and play Oregon, which we're really confused at where Oregon stands right now. Are they a good team? Are they good as we expected? Maybe they're good team to be ranked, but maybe not playoff worthy. But this is going to be a big game to know that, alright, is Oregon a good football school right now? And can BYU, coming into the Big 12 now, future years, I think next year, I believe, can they knock off another ranked team and a football school now? That'll be interesting to see. Alright, this is really the Pac-12 week. It's really interesting to see how the Pac-12 is going to react. Because the Pac-12 is kind of in question right now after Oregon and Utah failing us. Now it's up to really other teams to stand out and kind of give Oregon and Utah a better chance. But anyway, Michigan State, Washington. Washington's got a chance to take down a ranked team. They're Washington 2-0. Both these are 2-0. And Michigan State's trying to make a statement saying, hey, don't forget about us. We still got a playoff chance. Washington potentially can take down a playoff team. Interesting game to watch tonight at 6:30 on ABC. In case you're wondering, there are other Pac-12 games to notice. Take a look at this. We got South Alabama, UCLA. We got San Diego State, Utah. Once again, San Diego State, group of 5 teams known for pulling off upsets against Power 5 teams. Utah, gotta keep an eye out. Fresno State's also one of those teams, just like San Diego State. USC's gotta look out. That's why those games are on prime time in the Pac-12, or Pac-12 After Dark here on the East Coast. SEC, SEC, SEC for Georgia! Yeah, that's right. Number 1 team, Georgia, going against a really good South Carolina, or I was expecting a really good South Carolina team because they got Spencer Rattler, a great quarterback. Now, He was in the Heisman race last year. Didn't show up as expected. He is still a good quarterback, though. So it'll be interesting to see if South Carolina can get their finally. I think they got their defense settled. Now, I got to see some more offensive power from South Carolina to see can they knock off number 1 Georgia. I think it's a good game. I think they can. It's going to be close. But I think Georgia will come away in the fourth quarter. Also, Penn State, Auburn, another big game for these two programs right now. They're both fighting to get back in the conference, trying to make statements. Penn State really back and forth, like a roller coaster again. I keep saying these teams are like roller coasters, where you don't know where to expect season in, season out. But especially for Auburn, the last, I think, 3 years, they really haven't been ranked. They really haven't been up there competitive. And Alabama and Auburn Auburn's really only good game of the year is always against Alabama for some reason. But I think that this year is going to change, and they're going to change it with this game. Keep a close eye on Auburn as to potentially pull off an upset. Also, Mississippi State, LSU. One of these two teams is going to fall apart in the SEC and not have a great year and barely make a bowl game. And it's going to come down to this game. When it comes down to late in the season and it makes decide, all right, which these two teams deserve a bowl game, it's going to come down to the winner of this game. It's going to come close. It's going to come down to the wire, but I think LSU's got the edge on this one. Let's talk about some NFL news. Dak Prescott having surgery on his right thumb. Once again, he's injured, having surgery, all that. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Ugh. Yeah, not a great moment for Dallas right now, and just when things were expected to be great for them this year. I laugh at that. Yeah, when is Dallas coming back? Yeah, they're kind of like Texas right now, where they keep saying, oh, we're back, but they're really not. Alright, you watched Monday Night Football last weekend? You probably noticed that Russell Wilson, the Denver Broncos, went for a 64-yard field goal to end the game last week, to end it. Now, knowing that Russell Wilson's offensive power, you would think that they would have been more aggressive, but he's like, yeah, going for a field goal is the great call. I don't think so. And the Mini brothers, to watch their minicast, didn't agree with it. They were like, field goal? Really? And you got 3 timeouts. What are you doing? Be aggressive. Go out there. Do something. Come on. Alright, tomorrow at noon, we got Carolina Panthers, New York Giants. Big game on Fox. It's going to be interesting to see. Giants finally won a game last week. I know it has been like 3 years. Carolina Panthers, let's see if they can get their offense going. And some other big games. Bengals, Cowboys at 3:25 tomorrow at CBS. It'll be interesting to see, now that Dak Prescott's out, how are they going to do with their backup quarterback, get the Bengals, gets Joe Burrow. And also, Monday night, Titans, Bills, another big game. Can the Titans gain back after their loss to, get this, the Giants last week? And the Bills beat the Rams early, and I can't remember, is it week 1 or the preseason? I think it's week 1. But anyway, big game on Monday night. Alright, let's check out Around the Network for this week. Alright, the Slayer Report podcast. I'm trying to do it every Monday night. I'm just really focused on Down and Distance right now, getting it out. But as soon as I finish recording Down and Distance, I'll record Slayer Report podcast. And then, Down and Distance, like I just said, every Monday, 6 o'clock. It's our big college football show. Be recapping what I saw. I'll talk about some NFL news. And the first Monday of every month. 6:30 Hot Seat, answering the important questions around the biggest leagues. And every Saturday, this show, American Game Day, 10 o'clock. Great show. It's our pick'em show, really. And if you hadn't already, check out our website for the latest news, scores, big games, and anything we like to talk about. All right, that's around the network here on Busy Sports. All right, back on the college football. Time for the joke of the week. We got number 6 Oklahoma taking on Nebraska. Big news Saturday. Yep, it's not a big game anymore. Well, it is for rivalry, but for the fans, but really for game and for game atmosphere. But for these two programs and where they're at right now, Nebraska coming off of firing their head coach, Oklahoma having one of their best head coaches, Brett Venable, in a long time, since like Lincoln Riley. OU fans are forgetting about him already, but yeah, I'm expecting Oklahoma to win big this week. And also, I am 2-0. Oh, and also, I guess I should mention that yeah, I didn't do so great last week. I picked Alabama over Texas. Yeah, that bite me in the butt. Yeah. I still got the win, though. I'm 2-0, but yet, that hurt me. I almost lost that, though, but yet, I'm 2-0. And anyway, go ahead and put my pick over Oklahoma. Obviously, OU is going to win this game, and they're likely going to win by 30 to 40 points. All right. Let's jump into our pick'em for this week. It's now time for the option. The first game we're stopping at is Georgia, South Carolina. All right, you ready for who I'm deciding? Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, obviously Georgia's gonna win this by. I'm gonna go with 10 points. Georgia's going to win this closer than what everyone thinks. You can quote me on this, but I think Georgia's going to win this close by 10 points. California, Notre Dame. I really would have picked California, but I know that they'll get their act together, and I got to go with Notre Dame to win this game. I think they're finally going to have a decent win. All right, Penn State, Auburn. I'm going to surprise you all on this. I'm picking Auburn to win this game. I really think that they're going to pull off this upset, and they're going to show everyone, even the SEC, that we're still hanging around, we're still fighting, and I would say keep a close eye on Auburn. They're likely going to surprise you this year, unlike other experts think. Kansas, Houston. I'm going to surprise you on this one, too. I'm picking Kansas to win this game. They're gonna really surprise you on this. He's just gonna fall apart. They're not living to expectations. I got Kansas. Their offense is scoring points. All right, I gotta see some more defense for Kansas. I think we'll likely see that here. But I got Kansas by winning by 20 points in this game. I gotta go quickly. I'm already over 30 minutes. All right, Mississippi State, LSU. I already told you it's gonna be a close game. Can't wait to see this. But I got LSU on the edge in this one. I think we'll likely see Brian Kelly get something going. Alright, Texas Tech, 16, NC State. Another big game, important game for these two. I got NC State winning this game, and I got them winning by 21 touchdowns. Yeah, you heard me. NC State, quote me on this, NC State wins by, not 21 touchdowns, by 21 points, so basically 3 touchdowns. Sorry. All right, BYU, Oregon. There's a big game. Can't wait to see this one. I am most hyped about this one than any other game this week, except for Miami and A&M. These are really our two big games this week. But I got, drum roll, please. Okay, sorry, I gotta go fast. I actually got Oregon to win this game. I think BYU has had their fight. They showed everything they got against Baylor, and I think they're going to run out of juice this week, and I got Oregon on the edge. All right, number 13, Miami, 24, A&M, our game of the week. All right, big game. Can't wait to see it. Prime time. I can't believe this game is so late. I'm going to be waiting all day long for this one tonight. I can't wait to see it. Can it start like right now? I want to start right now. Anyway, I've got the team that's going to cover the spread. Well, not really. Actually, the spread right now is A&M 4.5. A&M is expected to win this game, even though they're an underdog in the rankings. And I'm going against the underdog. I'm going Miami to win this game. They're going to pull it off right now. Woo! All right. Thank you for watching this episode of American Gameday. I'll see you next Saturday, 10 a.m. So long.